What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning again. This is my second video of the morning. We're going to be looking at some more patch notes here for the 5.4 public test realm for World of Warcraft. Now, this is a feature that was announced maybe a week ago, but I'm having a look at it before I get on the PTR itself a little bit later today to actually test some of this stuff. I thought I'd do some videos as a prequel to that, looking at the actual patch notes. So this one is about flexible raid difficulty. So I'm going to read from the notes, and afterwards we're going to talk a little bit about how this affects us and what I think of it. So this is a new raid difficulty designed for pre-made groups of 10 to 25 players or any number in between. This means it's possible to have raids of 15 or 22 players. Difficulty will adjust automatically based on the number of players present, with encounters intended to provide a challenge roughly between Raid Finder difficulty and normal difficulty. Flexible raid difficulty requires a pre-made group to join, but has no minimum item level requirements or role restrictions. Both battle tag and real ID friends are both eligible to participate, so you can raid in this form with your friends. However, you will need a predefined group. You cannot queue for this like you can LFR. Loot quality will be between Raid Finder and normal mode difficulty, and awarded through a personal loot system, which is very similar to Raid Finder, and bonus rolls and loot specialization will also be supported. So this is essentially Raid Finder 2.0, the gap between what was left when they got rid of 10-man being lesser than 25-man. This is basically the new 10-man loot system, a way of getting gear better than Raid Finder, however, not as good as the normal raid stuff, which is pretty cool in my eyes. Players will be able to earn raid achievements just like in normal and heroic difficulty, so this does mean that people could set up guilds around this, and also, it opens a whole new avenue of playstyle to the current playstyle of the game, which is again another good option for people who don't want the conventional way and maybe who want to raid with a smaller group than 25 but more than 10. Flexible raid difficulty has a lockout that is separate from Raid Finder and normal difficulty. Again, this is another big thing. Really, it had to be separate to be of any use to anybody, and personally as a 25-man hardcore raider, I'll find this particularly useful to get some, especially some bits and pieces for the next raid tier, including tier pieces in fact, which will be better than the LFR stuff I would usually get anyway prior to actually raiding those particular progress bosses. So that's really useful. To learn more about flexible raids, visit... So yeah, that's pretty cool. I've shared some interest of what I think of. So that's pretty cool, isn't it? I've shared my interest there and what I think about it, but I certainly think that this is a good option for World of Warcraft to open up to a larger audience. There is certainly some occasions where, it would be nice to have another option of something if you didn't have the allocated number of players for a full 25-man raid to still have something extra to do. However, the cons to this are, hopefully it doesn't make it too mandatory, so 25-man raiders and 10-man alike don't have to feel like they need to actually go into this to get gear. However, obviously it's better than LFR, so in many ways it's, you can metagame it how you like, but as long as they make it simple enough to set up, as well as not too hardcore, then I think it will be a huge success. Now, they have talked about the difficulty being higher than LFR, but it remains to be seen how much more difficult and how people can metagame that will surely come into play later on. Whether a 10-man version or the 15-man version is easier, say, than the 22-man version in mechanic-wise or just damage reduction-wise. So that's still to be answered. Anyway, let me know what you think about this particular feature of 5.4. This is one of many features that they're introducing into this patch, which is amazing. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time for another video. I will be putting out more content on 5.4 as it becomes available, and as soon as I can get on the public test realms, you will have live footage instead of these web browser videos that I'm doing right now. Thank you for watching my video. My name's Meoni of the Clismcast, and I'll see you next time.